This will either be a disaster or it could be great. Last week, I asked Twitter if I should do a Let's Play of Jungle Adventure from the perspective of an archaeologist, because I am an undergraduate archaeologist. Instead of working on that, I built Pioneertown, which is located near Joshua Tree, California. The footage was over an hour, even once it was sped up to, I think, by 700%. And part of the footage was corrupted, and I couldn't edit it down even if I wanted it to. Even if I wanted it to do. So instead, we're gonna try something new. I feel like I say every video we're gonna try something new, because at this point I haven't made enough videos to be consistent. But that's part of being a person, is to be flexible. So, Pioneertown. I don't know. I don't have an excuse. I just started building it all of a sudden and it was like, yes, I will continue to do this. So I've tried to make it as functional as possible. It can be a restaurant, it can be a park, it can be a library, it can be a retail lot. It is a great wedding venue. It looks cool in screenshots. I think it can technically be a library too. No, it can't, because I don't have any computers on the lot. If you put 2 computers down, it can be a library. Yeah, so I don't really have an excuse for why this exists, except that I wanted to build it, and then I did for many hours. Arguably, it's unfinished. There is a building where I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, so I just didn't do it. Have I mentioned how many hours? It's been a lot of hours, and I just kind of got to a point where I was like, this is functional enough for me and my gameplay. So maybe someday I'll put something in that building. But for now I don't need to. Let's dive in. So this is the front. Let's see if I'm any good at driving this thing. I love it. I love the vibe of it. It turned out exactly like what I pictured. Actually probably more colorful than what I originally pictured. I kind of wanted it to be initially more like brown, but no, it actually turned out quite colorful. God, this is moving so slow. How do people move faster? Oops, not that. It's moving so slowly. Okay, so here, first on our right, this is the restaurant. So let's go inside. It's moving so slow. How do people make it move faster? I don't understand. I feel like I'm missing something. Whatever. Bright green door. I know that's kind of like a weird choice, but I wanted it to like look old and feel old. This lot also should function as a bar, mainly because of this room. I wanted it to look and feel like, oh God, I feel like this is horrible can review. I hope you guys aren't getting sick. What did I want it to look like? I wanted it to look and feel like a small town bar, I guess. I don't know. There's a musician's spot in the corner so you can listen to some music. Lots of wood in this room. Lots of random stuff on the walls. Antique-y bits. Just kind of went nuts. Decided that the cooking chef station that's like in the wall, that felt more like small community to me than them being like isolated, because they're probably gonna like shout through the door and be like, hey Gerald, how's the wife? So here we've got some bathrooms, because I realized that there were no bathrooms that were like on the main floor. And the whole idea behind this is it's like a tourist stop. So, I should explain. Pioneertown in California, it is this western town, western Main Street thing, and it was used as a set in westerns. I don't know if it's still actively used as a set for movies, because California, or if it's retired that use or what, but yeah, westerns used to shoot there. It's actually very near where my grandparents live, so I have been multiple times. And it's dingy and old and they were like are trying to turn it into a tourist trap, but not so much. And so the idea for this lot is that like it's kind of a tourist trap, but it actually is / was a town. At least that's what I was picturing. So kitchen is nothing too exciting, nothing too special. So like in my head, this is like, yes, a tourist trap, but also this is legitimately like where they come to dinner and like where they go on Saturday nights. Pioneertown. Look it up. It's very odd and weird. Is it an American thing? I'm assuming it's an American thing, but like I have friends whose families, they would always, oh hi Tina Tinker. Like every year as a family, they would go get these photo shoots done where they're all dressed up in like Western gear. And I've always found it like mildly inappropriate because the girls are usually dressed in like stereotypical Western hooker outfits, like barmaids, and then they're all holding like guns and you do you. It's just a photo shoot. I guess it doesn't hurt anybody. This building, which is next to the restaurant bar, this blue one, the idea behind this one is that every teeny tiny town needs an inn, right? So that's what this is. This is the lobby, and then that's my sim that I was using to playtest. Look at me driving this thing. Wow, okay, let me, really boring, old looking landing. It's called a landing. Yeah, it's not supposed to be exciting. It's not supposed to look like it's been renovated. It's supposed to look like they're doing what they can do with what they've got. So there's a tiny 2-bed room. Each one has their own bathroom. There's only 2 hotel rooms or whatever you want to call it. It's got a cute patio with, ooh, look at that view. Damn. It's a nice view. It works perfectly in the park for Oasis Springs. It just like looks like it's supposed to be here. But. And then we have like the master bedroom. And what works great with this is, oh God, it stopped. Are we still recording? Oh, I'm gonna cry. We're fine. We're fine. But if you get married on this lot, I'll show you the wedding spot. If you get married here, your Sims can like stay the night, and that's cute. So there's a master bedroom, you've got a closet, it's got a tiny little kitchen nook thing, and then a bathroom. Okay. Okay, so we were just in the blue building, house, I don't know what you want to call it. This brick building here on the left. Also, please look and see the detail of my parking lot. Thank you. And also this well. So this lot, this building, the brick building, I thought would be like a police building. It's very dark. There are lights, I think. Pretty sure I put lights in here. I vaguely remember putting lights. I will add lights before I put it in the gallery. But the whole idea behind this is, like I was talking about before, with like the weird photo shoots and it being a tourist trap. It's like, oh, come take your photo in prison. Ha 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 ha. And we just pretend that prison's not this horrible, traumatic experience for people. Is she okay? I didn't ask her to come in here. By the way, that's Teen Meringue. You can download her from my gallery. Just make sure you turn CC on. Meringue as in Animal Crossing meringue. It's from one of the videos. I have too much free time. This brick building that's next to the blue building and the bar, I didn't know what to do with. So I was thinking, well, it's a tourist stop, trap. You need a gift shop. So it's a plant store. I didn't know what to do. At this point of building, I had put in maybe like 5 hours and I legitimately didn't know what to do. So I was like, okay, it's a plant store. So there you go, there's plants. And this is why it functions as a retail lot if you want. But don't worry, I was like, oh, weddings, hotel. So there's also a place to take photos if you want to take photos. The barn is what's next. The barn I had way too much fun with. It's so beautiful. So the barn I pictured probably did get fixed up a little bit because that's the whole draw for like the wedding crowd. I'll go down. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at all the lights. Oh, and the mason jars hanging down. I wanted to have more beams, but it was really hard to build with as many as I had originally, and it was really hard to play. So I got rid of some of the beams, but I kept some of them for screenshots and aesthetic and such. There's a pile of presents in the corner. You've got a bar. Everything looks kind of like old and rustic, vintage. This is like fixer-upper, the show aesthetic. It worked well enough for my purposes. And then, of course, you have 2 benches, I figured, for guests, because I don't know, at least my weddings, I never really have that many guests that I end up inviting, so there should be plenty of space, and it shouldn't have too many issues routing. And then there's like the head table, cute, lots of plants. And then that's one of those tables that you can like serve food at in case you don't want to use the restaurant. There's no fridge on this lot, so I don't think you can like hire a caterer. I'll put a fridge so that you can, but there's no stove. I will add a stove and a fridge. Probably. And this is where they get married. Isn't it pretty? Oh, so cute. If I'd planned this out better, I would like show you them getting married, but I have screenshots from playtesting it, so I'll just insert screenshots. So many plants. So much trash too. Again, like the whole point is that this is like old and run down and like it's not that cute, but like people come here for the gimmick of the whole thing. These 2 pieces are sets from the Get Famous pack, and I thought it was perfect to have them. That one is pretending to be part of a building, but this one is not. And behind it, you have like a cute little, it's not that cute, like play area. The idea is like kids come play on this monkey bars. We need better jungle gyms that aren't so stylized. Just like a normal jungle gym would have been perfect right here. Someday. And then you've got some horseshoe, there's some more trash. And then I was thinking, well, it is next to the desert and it's in this weird dead zone. So like, what do you put there? Ah, yes, desert parties have fire. So you got fire and random hay bales, which it doesn't make sense because there's no farming near here, but it just goes with the aesthetics. I'll show you the building that's empty. Here, we'll just go right through the wall. Wow. Look, it's got nothing. I was gonna turn it into like, I don't know, like an antique store or something, but at this point it was already starting to run kind of slow on my computer, and I have a gaming computer, so I don't know, I wanted it to be semi-usable and not totally full of things that would distract your Sims. So sorry, I couldn't do a speed build of this one. I'll put some screenshots, and thanks for watching. I've never seen a Western, but, oh, what's his name? The cowboy man. John Wayne? John Wayne. That's who I'm thinking of. John Wayne did carry my great aunt down the aisle. She had polio and couldn't use her legs. And he was a family friend. Oh, this is the great time to insert a photo of me with a cardboard cutout of John Wayne. Please ignore my fashion choices. Please subscribe. Okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm white. I mean, that's true, but that's not what I was going to say.